If you are on your journey of learning English and want to hone your communication skills, download the app Ace Fluency using my referral link and avail 20 minutes free talk time every day. Don't forget to use my coupon code COVEL10 to avail 10% extra discount while purchasing any course.
Hi, good afternoon. How are you
Hi,
doing?
good afternoon. I'm good. How are you?
Okay,
What
very
about
nice to
you?
see you here. I'm
And
also doing good. Thank you for
um,
asking. So I think this is
uh,
our first meet, right?
yes, we are meeting for the first time, and I would like to know who is the host for today's chit chat.
Okay, so I would like to tell about myself to you. So I'm Krithika. I'm a trainer here at Ace Fluency.
Mm.
Okay, so I am basically from Pondicherry, the
Oh,
southern part of India. Okay, I'm a homemaker here. I'm having two kids and I'm a proud homemaker who's working along here at Ace Fluency as well and nurturing my kids as well. So I'm very much satisfied with what I'm doing now. So I
Kritika,
would like to know more about yourself.
Kritika, before I give you my introduction, I would like to appreciate whatever you have just said. Because I used to have these kinds of conversations with the strangers also. Not always on the professional kind of platforms. You might have seen it. This is a kind of practice going on the platform YouTube. The upcoming YouTubers or the person who are learners, so far as this language is concerned, and they have started chit chatting with the strangers. So yesterday I was talking to somebody, and she was also a homemaker. And whenever I used to get the opportunity to talk to a homemaker, I have noticed not only during the conversations, even whenever we meet each other in the social gatherings, like suppose in my case, I'm a working professional, and I noticed that whenever the ladies who are not working, who are actually the homemakers, and they would introduce themselves in a very passive tone. The moment they get to
Mhm.
know that, yeah, you are a working professional, I am just a homemaker. And yesterday I was saying to somebody, yeah, say it with pride. I'm a homemaker. It is a big thing. And you are the first person who has taken that pride. Hats off to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for
Nice,
that.
nice.
Yes, so I've also seen so many people talking like this, but I also used to say them that we are working whole day. And even though our work is not being noticed by others, and if you're not there for one day, then we'll know
See what happens.
who we
See what
are.
happens. Yeah. You are doing
Yes,
a great job, yeah. Because the ladies like us who are working, they are paid for it. Whatever they do, right? But the homemakers, they are like doing some, what should I call, like service to humanity kind of thing. They are doing lots of
so
service
that's a
and they are
big
not
word.
paid. Yeah, they are
So
not
that's a big
paid.
word to hear there.
It's a fact.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, very so. I'm really happy to hear this from you.
Yeah, and you
Okay.
deserve it. And it is a fact, it is a reality. Yeah, it's a reality.
Yes.
Mm.
So I was working before. I was working in the manufacturing sector. Even after my marriage, I was working there. So now I feel this job is even more, I feel myself even more busy when I was there. I used to
Mm.
work 12 days, 12 hours a day. Just imagine I used to work continuous for 12 hours a day, but I
Mm.
find this even more challenging than that.
Yeah, that is true.
Oh,
Actually, every coin has two sides. And if you just talk to the working ladies, they have their own tale to narrate. In
yes.
their case, even Pratika, in their case also, my dear, they have to look after their
Yes.
family as well, and
Family
they are
as well.
answerable at the workplace also. So,
Work. Yes.
uh, sometimes you are in a challenging state, but you enjoy those challenges and you feel so happy when you overcome those challenges. But the ladies who are working, number of though they are paid, but at their office end, they number of times they are doing a sort of thankless jobs there. They do
Right.
lots of stuff as compared to the men folk, but even then they are kept just at a bit lower level. And if you are
Yes.
the boss, being a boss as a lady, it's really the tough job, because it's a basic mentality of the man folk. Man means
Yes.
superior in the kind of society we are living in. So they have
Mhm.
their own challenges, their own sort of pain. No one is
and
happy.
and now there are many men who are really understanding us and who are really lending their helping hand. Nowadays it has increased so much. I'm really very happy for that. So many men have started realizing the pain which we are facing, and they are giving their helping hand for us. Yeah, I'm seeing it
Actually,
nowadays a lot.
yeah, I consider it as an outcome of westernization and globalization. Because with the upcoming of this social media and the globalization, whatever you call, now the people, the men of our society, they have seen the kind of man, the type of duties the man on the other side, in other parts of the developed, like in developed nations, they perform. Because in developed nations, if you go to Canada, you go to US, men and women, if both are working and they're performing the household chores with the equal responsibility. So as people are migrating to those countries also, so because of this exchange of the ideas, you may say, or yeah, now men have started, understanding bit by bit, and they are really, they are becoming wise, I must say. Yeah, there are
Yes,
some chunk of people. Yeah, this is the reason,
true,
I think.
true. Yeah, true. Yes. So,
They are,
ma'am,
they
I
have
would like to
started
know about,
evolving. They
yes,
have started evolving.
evolving. That's a good news for us, anyways.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, ma'am, tell me more about yourself.
Pratika, I'm a working professional. Like any
Mm-hmm.
other second lady who are working, they move out in the morning. And
Mm-hmm.
I work in the arena of education. A couple of years back, I was in teaching, directly catering to the youngsters. I was teaching them. And
Oh,
now I'm holding the position of an administrator in the arena of higher education. So
very
that
good.
way you can say my job is cumbersome. It's very much challenging also. And because now
Okay.
these days I'm working on my own growth, I'm also trying to evolve, right? So the
Okay.
time I'm left with, that I spent on having these kinds of conversations, so that way I may get the opportunity for at least 15 minutes or 20 minutes to talk to somebody to whom I can converse in English. Once this session will be over, whether I like it or don't like it, I will have to be back in that my regional language environment. So
True, true. It happens. Yes. So we generally see, so many people will want to talk in English, but will not have the surroundings which are supporting them. Yes, true.
mm,
So I have heard many people saying this. So this is a fact which is happening. We can't help it. Okay, yes, and I can really appreciate you that you have chosen the right place that you can converse well with somebody, so that you
yeah,
can express yourself very well and you can enhance your English. Great, great
yeah,
initiative.
I'm trying to get out of it something out of it.
Okay, so would you like to share us some of the challenges that you face?
One of the biggest challenge I have just shared with you, that after these 20-25 minutes, I will have to be back in that environment, because like suppose in my case, I have my 3 old parents, and whenever I'm out, my whole household stuff is being taken care by my domestic help. My children, they are grown up, but they are studying and they are out abroad to different places to pursue their dreams, you may say. So when I'm back in my home, how can I, doesn't make a sense if I converse in English with my domestic help or with my old parents, though my parents are educated. But even then, it doesn't make sense. So in my case, this is the biggest challenge for me. And I live in state Punjab. Wherever you live, I think the environment is altogether the same. Might be in some of
Yes.
the better of places, their work environment is this kind of like you converse. Like if I give you the example of corporate sector, in corporate sector you get the opportunity, you talk to the people or your friends in English. But where I'm working, most of the stuff is done in the mother tongue language only. So that way, I find that this is the biggest challenge for me: time shortage of time or not non-availability of the time. Otherwise, I don't find any problem in my case, because we people who have just passed through the schooling or the college phase, we are well aware of the language. It's not a kind of thing that we know nothing about the language. We are aware of it, but because we never got the opportunity for so many years, right? So that way we are not don't we don't feel uh, being confident, and we can't do this stuff on the fly
Correct.
a number of times. And because we talk very less, and like in my case, then I make grammatical mistakes, because it's not possible for me now to you sit like a student and start recollecting or again, you know, teaching myself that these are the tenses and this way it is to be
Correct.
pronounced and preposition. But I'm a believer that once you start talking with practice, slowly and slowly, when you listen, like I'm listening to you, definitely I'm going to grab something out of this conversation.
True.
So I
Yes.
have that way opted this mode, because I can't sit, I can't read, I can't go back to that stage. It is next to impossible for me. So I'm taking my journey this way, and I'm enjoying it very well, because very much, because I don't take it as a stress for me, because I'm not here to prove anything to anybody. And moreover, already I'm done with my what are the basics needed at my work. So I'm not at that stage where this language is a sort of necessity for me to get any good pay package or the promotion kind of thing. Everything is otherwise well settled in my case. But as I narrated you earlier, I'm doing it for my sake now. This is my time now. I'm doing it for my growth. Whatever time it takes, because it's a growth and growing and learning, they go simultaneously. And this is a lifelong, practice, lifelong journey. So I'm enjoying it.
So good. So good to listen to you, man. So good. Actually, every
Thank
one of
you.
us should spend time for ourselves. At least half an hour or 1 hour per day is required. Actually, we have to work on ourselves. So it
Yeah.
is not only working on ourselves, we can give a stress buster for ourselves at least for 1 hour a day. I'm very
Yes.
happy that you have chosen this. Excellent. Actually, I was really impressed the way you started saying about yourself, right?
Okay.
Too good, too
Nice.
good. Okay, and I heard
Thank you.
that you are an influencer. You're doing so many activities on YouTube as well. So how did that motivate you? What motivated you to go there?
Actually, no. Uh, I knew since long back, this thing was already there in my mind that I'm not good at English. I have this kind of limitation. I can't converse with the people. The moment, especially in the situation when I'm well aware of it, that the person on the other side is well versed with the language. So I used to skip that situation, and that thing was always in my mind. I'm holding a very good status or a position in my arena. But from the inner core, I knew what the reality has always been. And I'm not a YouTuber
I think there is a network issue. The video got paused.
Are you listening to me, Krithika? Yeah. Are you listening to
Yes,
me?
you're audible now.
Hello?
I think the network
Yeah.
is because of the network issue,
Yeah.
it got paused. Yes, yes.
Yeah. So, per chance, I landed upon some YouTube channel. That was a cooking channel. I was scrolling for that thing. But I stumbled upon one channel where this kind of conversation was going on. And from there, I got
Okay.
to know that these kinds of one-to-one kind of platforms are there. So my journey started from that only. And from there, I gathered the courage. It took me 2-3 years to come up to this season that I must join this online kind of platform to hone my
Okay.
language and to work on my communication skills. And for initial
Uh-huh.
4-5 months, nobody knew it. And because I got the inspiration from this kind of channel, then when I started my journey, I took a pledge. The, my pet at the back.
Yes,
Sorry.
I can see that.
So
Okay.
because somebody gave me the inspiration, now I want to become the inspiration for the others. So that's why I'm posting these kinds of videos on my channel only. I got the
Okay.
inspiration from one such video, and now I'm trying to
Mhm.
make my videos as a source of inspiration for the others.
Very good. Very nice. So I'm really curious to know about your pet now. So can you introduce him to me?
Yeah, sure. Hi, my baby. This is my toy form.
Hi.
He stays with me all the time. I have two pets. One is golden retriever, and this is toy form.
Uh-huh.
And on my channel, the bigger videos are of this kind of conversation. And besides that,
Uh-huh.
I post smaller videos. We call them shorts of my pets.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, so nice. Okay. So for how many years are you raising up him?
Um, we have been keeping the pets for the last so many years. My children are so small. And one
Mm-hmm.
fine day, they might have noticed somebody enjoying their cousins, they were having the kids. And one day, when
Mm-hmm.
came back from my college, they stopped talking to me. And they started talking to me by writing on a slip. And I went through the slip, and you know what was mentioned over there at that time they were very small. We want a pet. Okay, today bring some pet, bring some dog. And you won't imagine the same day I had to go to travel somewhere because they got to know that their aunt.
Okay, again, there is a network issue, I guess. Yeah. Okay, again. Yes. Now it's fine. Okay.
Uh,
Yes, you
so
can please
something
carry on. You were
happened.
saying something you had to go somewhere out. You were saying you had to go somewhere out the same day to get him back,
To
right?
bring the pet because they got to know that their aunt has arranged a pet for them. So
Oh,
had to travel for about 3-4 hours drive during the night time, and the same night we were back. So only then they
oh
could,
my God.
yeah, they then started talking to us. Otherwise, they stopped talking to us. They were talking to us by writing on a slip.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
So, tell me something about him. So, what does he do? Any funny things he does?
actually, when our children are not with us, they are away. They behave with us like as they are our children. The moment I'm getting ready in the morning, they realize that mom is getting ready for the office. So they would be around me all the time. I would have to pick him up like a baby in this very form.
Mm-hmm.
Then he would go along with me up to my car. The moment I sit inside the car, he would sit beside me. So when I then start the engine of the car, then I would say to my domestic help, take him away, take him out. So this is every day. I have to repeat this thing every day. I can't move out without picking him up like a baby.
On seeing
Similar thing
him, I
happened.
would like to share one of the incidents during my childhood, where I was a tenant and the house owner was there in the downstairs. Okay, they used to have a dog. His name was Johnny. Okay, so every time I go out and start speaking with the owner, he gets angry. He just stares at me, just gives me a good look, and as soon as I leave, he feels comfortable, as if what our kids do. No. when their mom talk to someone else, they keep on staring at them, right? The same way he also did. I was just, what did I do? I didn't do anything. I was small at that time, so I was thinking I didn't do anything. Then why is the dog staring at me for long? So after I
Pratika,
grew up, we
though,
become normal.
yeah, though they can't converse, but we have a body language also. Body language is the
Yes,
strongest language above all.
correct.
So I don't think we need the worldly kind of language to converse. So whenever we
Correct.
take like the example of the pet, they convey you
Yes,
everything what they want. With their gestures and they love. They it's beyond description the kind of love they give to you. In one word, you
yes,
can say they are really the stress busters for you. You forget
true, true.
everything, every pain. The moment you enter in the premises of the home, you forget everything, forget about everything.
Yes.
They
So,
love
and
you a
that
lot.
is where from him only I learned the art of body language for the first time. I
Yeah,
just started to observe the body language. Now, though
yeah,
now I'm teaching body language to many people around me, but that was my first instance. And after seeing him, I just remember that incident. So he
yeah.
used to show his body language and convey to us like anything. And as soon
Mm,
as the person goes, that the owner goes out, he'll be sitting just in front of that door and will be waiting till they come back. He'll be just
mm.
waiting there, even if it's for
Yes,
hours, 2 hours or 3 hours, whatever, without eating. He'll be just sitting there and just waiting for their owner.
yes,
My
yes,
God, it
yes.
is so
Yeah.
nice to see the affection
It's
it
so
shows, right?
touching. So touching a number of times you feel so much, being touched.
Yes, yes, it was so emotional. It was so touching moment for me. I used to observe,
Mm.
and I went back to my home and I asked my mom, I also want a pet. So she said, you consider him only as your pet. I said, I am scared. I will not go near him. Then she started saying, then how will you raise up a pet if you be
Uh,
afraid?
yeah,
So it was very nice. I can that memories are even fresh in my mind even now.
nice, nice.
Yes.
Mm.
So you raise only one pet or you have two or three like this? Two.
Two.
Okay. So
One
what
is
are
the
those
toy
names?
bomb. What? This is the toy bomb. It's smaller in size.
Okay.
Its name is the aloo. Punjabis, they are fond of aloo. Aloo is a potato, in fact. Okay. So
Yes.
the day we bought him, it was looking like a potato, and it was so fluffy that we couldn't see the legs. It was a
Oh,
kind of
wow.
ball of. So immediately potato came in
Uh-huh.
our mind, like in the native language. My daughter said, "ये उबला हुआ आलू लग रहा है." So ubla aloo से then we started saying as potato. Another one is golden retriever. That is the bigger one, bigger, huge
Okay.
golden retriever. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Great, great. Nice to
But
hear the different names actually.
yeah,
And the reason
yes,
behind those names? Great. Okay.
yes, yeah.
Who suggested that name? Is that you or your kids?
No, no. Actually, I was checking to my daughter on the video call. She is in US at the moment, and at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
my husband entered. I was on phone, so he came with some kind of box in his hand. Okay,
Okay.
and by chance, just to show my daughter that his dad has entered, I flipped the camera, side of the camera. So I flipped the camera at the same time. My husband opened the box, and a small puppy was out. And my daughter started shouting, "Oh, ये तो आलू है, उबला हुआ आलू." Initially, he said, "What's
Oh,
this?"
great.
So this way, then we chose that name. Okay, now it's going to be Alu.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So nice. Wonderful. Okay, today we didn't even observe the time is running up, right?
We are running out of time.
Okay. Yeah. It
Yes.
was so good talking to you. So, do you have any plans for today?
Yeah. Yeah. After this conversation is done, then I will be back to my household chores. And because it is a Sunday, and Sundays are always over busy, especially if you are working, because you have so many of the plans which you are to so many of the things you have to do on the holidays only. So I immediately after conversation, I have to go to the market. I have to prepare something. So then I have to visit to somebody because throughout the week I'm having excuse. Sorry, I can't come. I can't come. So these kinds of jobs have to be taken care of during the holidays. So I will
Okay,
be
then
out.
I don't want to take more. I don't want to take more of your time now. Okay,
But I
so good
really loved,
talking to you today.
I
Uh-huh.
enjoyed conversing with you, Krithika. It was
Thank you
really nice
so much.
talking to you.
Thank you so much. Same here also.
Thank
Okay,
you,
so have
dear.
a nice day. Hope to meet you soon again. Take care.
Sure,
Bye-bye.
definitely, definitely. Bye-bye. You too have a nice day,
Bye-bye.
wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.